Cristina Criddle can explain.
This is going to be a really fun and interesting and maybe a little bit spicy session because I've got Lee Taylor here, who is the CFO at OnlyFans.
Thank you so much. That's our technology reporter, Cristina Criddle. Thank you.
Huge growth since the pandemic, especially. Good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm so excited to chat to our founders and chief executives about AI today. I think this has been a year of implementation. Instagram introduced a new feature. So in its search bar, it would generate automatic terms based on things that you've liked or followed within the app. Now, we don't really know how the algorithm works, but Instagram said it's meant to generate things that you're already interested in.
The company had to step down when he told staff he didn't believe in maternity leave.
So 2 days before Christmas, I got a call from the TikTok press officer, and she called me up and she said, as a courtesy, I think you should look at the New York Times. So I went onto the New York Times and I saw the story, and that's how I found out what had happened to me, that I'd been tracked. It was just shocking. I was kind of scrolling through it quickly to see what kind of personal information they'd accessed, who was behind it all. I know that they used my location data to try and identify my sources. I got a tip off from a source that this was happening. I got in touch with the artists whose work had been used without their knowledge or their consent. Whether it's superheroes in comic books or men on the cover of magazines, the computing scene in the 1980s definitely looked a certain way.
Some of the issues around body image that you see on Instagram traditionally do affect women, although in our documentary we also explore something called bigorexia, which is...
Good morning and welcome to the AI Transformation Summit, brought to you by the Financial Times and the Next Web. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. I'm Cristina Criddle. I'm a tech reporter at the FT. Any final questions? One here at the front. And why do you think more traditional institutions view OnlyFans and its creators as high risk? Like, what does it mean to be high risk? I think there is this race where we know about some of the bad things that this technology can do. We're aware that this is already happening in stuff like phishing. And then there are smaller companies which are trying to combat against that, trying to use the AI against the AI. And so I think you're increasingly going to see that over time. And I think this really interesting development this year that I'm seeing is trying to make AI reason and make AI plan. And all of this is on a path to AGI, sort of artificial general intelligence. I'd love to just start with Tim. Please tell us your vision for the World Wide Web originally.
So that was 30 years ago.
But there's so much more to being a journalist than just generating text that you can read. And so I think humans will be there for a while.